There's no doubt that the Assassin's Creed franchise is insanely story-rich. It's not just about parkour, hidden blades, or Ezio seducing every woman in his time period. It's packed with secrets and twists that casually flip the entire story upside down. Just when you start thinking that you finally understand what's going on, Assassin's Creed looks at you and says, nah, think again. And today, that's exactly what we're diving into. The biggest plot twists from every Assassin's Creed. The ones absolutely nobody saw coming. Starting things off with Assassin's Creed 1, the game that started it all. Throughout the story, Altair is guided by Al-Mualim, who seems calm, wise, and completely trustworthy. The kind of mentor you'd never question. And this is exactly why the final moments hit so hard. The twist stays fresh right till the very end, and almost nobody saw it coming on their first playthrough. In the end, we realized that Al-Mualim was secretly a Templar who was a power-hungry opportunist playing both sides. He used Altair like a pawn to betray the Order for his own personal gains. Assassin's Creed 1 didn't just shock players, it left us with a solid philosophical lesson that never follow anyone blindly, no matter who's leading you. Moving on to Assassin's Creed 2, this game starts as a classic revenge story. Ezio's whole world is consumed by taking down those responsible for his family's death. But just when you think the game is all about blood, betrayal, and payback, things start to shift as Ezio closes in on Rodrigo. The shocking thing is, he spares him not because he's soft but to keep historical events intact. That alone was unexpected. Then comes the second and the most mind-blowing moment. When Ezio opens the vault, he's expecting something simple, like a hot chick he could charm. But instead, he stumbles onto the truth about the Isu and their incredible inventions. This revelation shakes not just Ezio but all of the players. The game flips from a personal revenge to a bigger story about humanity, power, legacy, and all sorts of supernatural stuff, changing Ezio's entire worldview and philosophy. Speaking of the second game in Ezio's trilogy, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood hits us with a twist that actually comes from the modern-day storyline. It revolves around the Apple of Eden. By reliving Ezio's memories, Desmond discovers that Ezio hid the apple beneath the Colosseum and later he finds it. And this is when things go sideways. The moment Desmond touches the apple, he accidentally activates ancient Isu technology, allowing Juno to take control of his body. And in a horrifying turn, he stabs his ally from day one, Lucy, with his hidden blade, and ends up killing her. At first, it's a total shock and you feel pity for Lucy, until the ultimate twist hits. That this bitch was secretly a Templar all along. Later, Desmond falls into a coma, leaving fans in a cliffhanger situation. It was a modern-day twist nobody saw coming, especially since Lucy had been our ally from the very first game. Finally comes AC Revelations, the game that closes the Ezio trilogy. Throughout the entire adventure, Ezio is absolutely determined and obsessed with finding the Masyaf keys, highly convinced that they will unlock imaginable secrets in Altair's legendary secret library. After facing multiple dangers and overcoming endless obstacles, Ezio finally reaches it, and that's when the game hits him and us hard with the biggest twist. The library is not filled with treasures, Isu technology, highly valuable knowledge, or a hot chick whom Ezio will The library holds nothing but Altair's dead skeleton, the final memory seal, and an Apple of Eden. Ezio chooses to leave the apple behind and retires from assassin life, and realizes that some legacies aren't about power or revenge, but about understanding and letting go. Now let's talk about Assassin's Creed 3, a game so long that it sometimes makes you forget the little details, until it hits you with the biggest plot twist. For the first few sequences, we actually play as Haytham Kenway, and the entire time we think he's an assassin. He fights like one, moves like one, and even uses the hidden blades. But then comes the real shocker. Haytham induces Charles Lee into the Order, and that's when we get to know what he is. He is a Templar. Even Desmond is caught off guard, and honestly, nobody would have guessed it. His tactics, his style, everything screamed assassin, but he was a Templar all along. But a perfectly hidden one at that. AC4's story is just magnificent. It had both shocking and surprisingly sweet moments. Suffice to say, this game just hits differently. Now, coming to the main topic, the biggest plot twist comes from the modern day storyline. Throughout the game, we never thought about sages because we were busy looting and sailing, but apparently they exist once every 100 years. Then, after completing the entire adventure and stepping into the modern-day sequences, the shock hits. Our trusted modern-day handler, John Standish, is revealed to be the sage. He was simply using us to revive Juno, a powerful and manipulative Isu who believed humans were just inferior slaves. It was a revelation that nobody saw coming and completely flipped the modern-day story onto its head. Rogue is full of hidden connections and shocking reveals, because it also allowed us to see the Templars' point of view. The biggest plot twist hits in the end when Shay kills Charles Dorian. Throughout the game, we've been piecing together fragments of corrupted memories and the conclusion landed hard. In the epilogue, we discovered Charles was in France all along, and here's the shocking part: Unity was still in development. And the story was shaping up to feature Connor and Arno versus Shay. So it was completely unexpected and literally out of the blue that the person Shay killed, Charles Dorian, was literally Arno's father. To make it even more layered, we even see Arno and Elise together as kids, making this reveal deeply thought-provoking. At this point, Ubisoft had a golden opportunity to cook, because we could have witnessed the clash between Shay Cormac, the deadliest Templar, and Arno Dorian, a refined and highly skilled assassin. But instead, Ubisoft did what Ubisoft does best, and completely fumbled it, letting one of the most hyped matchups in the series fade into nothing. Speaking of Assassin's Creed Unity, the game is full of politics, intrigue, and betrayal. The biggest plot twist hits when Balek kills a Mirabu, which is totally unexpected since the assassins were supposed to be on our side. The moment Elise is brought in front of the council, we start sensing something off about Balek. If you've been watching our previous videos, you know why he harbors such deep hatred for Templars, even though they aren't a real threat in this game. The council gives permission for Arno and Elise to work together, but then the mentor of the French assassins, Mirabu, is mysteriously killed. After some investigation, we discover it was Balek all along. And of course, once the truth comes out, there's no choice left but to confront him. And Balek is finally defeated. It was a shocking moment that flipped the story on its head and reminded us that even allies can be hiding deadly secrets. AC Syndicate doesn't really have a major in-game twist, as most of the story sticks to the streets of Victorian London. Sure, Jack being one of Jacob's students could have counted, but we mentioned him a million times already, so we'll skip him. The real twist comes in a modern-day storyline. Continuing the arc from AC4, here we discovered that Juno's consciousness is being put into a man-made body, a plan by the Templars that's been quietly unfolding in the shadows. This storyline was later scrapped in the mainline games, but continued in the comics where it finally reaches a conclusion. Seeing what the Templars were finally planning was a shocking revelation, and it's a twist that hardly anyone talks about, even though it reshapes the modern-day stakes entirely. Coming to Assassin's Creed Origins, the biggest twist hits when Cleopatra betrays us. Throughout the game, we work alongside her to dismantle the Order, trusting her every step of the way, but in the end, we discovered that she spared the person responsible for Chemu's death. On top of that, we learned that Caesar is also affiliated with the Order, making the betrayal even deeper. This combination of revelations makes the moment a huge shock, and it was a necessary twist because it kickstarts the formation of the Brotherhood as we know it. Odyssey was packed with twists and turns. Some were quite predictable, whereas others hit you like a Spartan kick straight to the ribs. The biggest twist is discovering who your real father is. Cassandra's real father. Relax. Oh yeah, and also uncovering the secrets of Atlantis while you're at it. The main goal is reuniting your family. When you finally meet your mother, she tells you where your father is, and when you meet him, he's over 100 years old. But it doesn't stop there. Using his glowing magical stick, I'm talking about the staff of Hermes, you enter the Atlantis simulation in the DLC. And that's when it is revealed. All the gods and deities the ancient Greeks worshipped were actually Isu beings. This revelation completely flips expectations. Nobody anticipated that the series was going in this direction, making it one of the most surprising twists in the franchise. Valhalla literally blindsided everyone. From the start, we all assumed that the game would follow the Odyssey-style narrative. But no, the game had another twist waiting. It turns out all the main characters were sages, including Eivor, Sigurd, and Basim. And just when you think you know Basim, he drops the bomb. His true plan is to kill both Eivor and Sigurd. This hit like a ton of bricks because we never expected it from Basim. After all, he gave plenty of reasons to earn our trust, and even seemed like an ally. But in the end, his betrayal flips everything on its head, leaving players completely shocked. As we mentioned before, Basim is revealed to be a sage, and this presented a real challenge for the writers to keep up the story mysterious. To build suspense, they went with the Fight Club style twist and introduced a character named Nehal, Basim's friend and emotional support throughout the game. For most of the story, we think that the Jinn is a manifestation of Loki, and we were not wrong. But the real twist comes at the end. It's revealed that the Jinn is actually Basim's bad memories as Loki, while Nehal is Loki himself. This twist was completely unexpected because Nehal is literally a fictional character within a fictional world of a fictional game following a fictional series. And this was something nobody saw coming. The hints were there, but almost nobody noticed it until the reveal. Shadows wasn't really a mystery-focused game as it didn't feature any major twists. Until its DLC, The Claws of Awaji, was released. That's when the real surprise hits because in the DLC we got to know that Naoe's mother is actually alive. Throughout the main game we all assumed she was dead. Turns out she's been hidden away on Awaji Island, and there she reveals crucial details about her mission and why she abandoned her daughter. While technically it's a plot twist, it doesn't land as an emotional punch. It feels more like a surprising reveal than a heart-wrenching moment. And this brings us to the end of this video. Which plot twist was the most shocking to you all? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you found this video interesting, then also give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more future content like this one. We'll see you in another video. Till then, take care and goodbye.